not men anymore. I just, for the past 48 hours, I disassembled a bed, carried it to my car, all the parts, by the way, carried a vanity to my car, loaded it in the car, then drove to the storage unit to help my friend unpack everything, to get it on a gurney, to take the gurney up to the elevator, to take the elevator up to the 4th floor, just to get it to a storage unit, and then have to lift it up again and take it back into the motherfucking storage unit, just to come back down to my car, just to go 5 minutes away, just to load back everything up in my car again. And you mean to tell me, out of the 5 million niggas that I called, and collectively out of me and my friend, that not one of them could come and help me carry a motherfucking mattress?
Genuine question, why is it that so many women think that they're entitled to a man's labor just because he's a man? It's the same way that y'all think that you're entitled to a relationship after you sleep with a man. Or the way that when you're in a marriage, you think that men are responsible for household labor and whatever bullshit psychology that you want to call it nowadays, even though you agreed by contract to be a stay-at-home mom. But I digress. These men do not owe you shit. Literally none. And where are your fathers to help in moving situations, or friends that actually give a shit about you rather than random dudes? But also, women have spent the last decade saying that they don't need a man and men aren't shit and you can do it all by yourself. Y'all got money. You guys are making your own money, so hire a moving company, which by the way is still men. Some of y'all treat men so shitty, but then you still expect them to turn around and be there for you. And that's just not how the world works. And it's a woman's sense of entitlement that makes her think that just because she's friends with a man, that means he owes her his labor, which also isn't how it works. Because when was the last time these women helped men in any capacity? You get exactly what you give. Y'all chose the bear for months, and this is the consequences of your own actions. But additionally, you don't get to pick and choose when equality best suits you. Y'all wanted equality, so I guess now you gotta figure it out. Okay, bye.
But y'all are the proudest single mom hoes. We outside, I don't need a nigga women that I've ever seen. Y'all are the proudest. Like, you are proud to be. I remember when if you did something that was whorish, you hid that. I mean, you didn't want nobody to find out because being a hoe was frowned upon. Now it's like, if you ain't a hoe, you ain't popping. Like, what? Like, what? Having morals and values. If you have morals and values, you ain't popping. It's like, what? I remember a time where you used to talk about these girls what? Times have changed. Clearly, times have changed. But y'all are the proudest hoes that I've ever seen. Y'all are the proudest single moms. Y'all are the proudest. My baby don't need no daddy. I can do this all by myself. Group of women that I've ever seen. And I've never stood on that. Come help me with these kids. Come get them. Come.
If the men are the ones tasked with every time there's a natural disaster, they have to go out and rescue people from the fires and the floodwaters, and every time there's a war, the men have to go and fight it and defend the country, and anytime there's a criminal who needs to be violently arrested, it's going to be a man who goes and does that, not a woman. Where does the equality come in? If we're doing the fluffy jobs, we're all singers. We got a lot of singers and musicians, which is cool. It's great. I love music too. But y'all ain't like rescuing people and doing the heavy lifting or the dirty or the dangerous jobs. Like, who collects the trash? Men. Who does all the steel working and oil rig work and all of the sewer cleaning? And the men are the ones that have to fight and die to defend the country. The men are the ones that build and maintain all the infrastructure, right? Like, none of this stuff in the studio is built or maintained by women. Do you know that 90% of infrastructure jobs are still held by men? And that if you look at the top 20 jobs held by women now in 2024 versus 1924 are almost the exact same. So women have had 100 years to do whatever they want, and they still do the same 20 jobs they did 100 years ago, other than we switched out farm labor for HR work. But other than that, we're secretaries, nurses, daycare ladies, early childhood education, administrative assistants, retail workers, all the same shit that we were a century ago.
I can't tell you scared of these men. Not the way you be out here giving out your address so freely and letting them come over there and Netflix and chill. The way you be going over their house when you don't even know them.
Y'all remember when I told you that my content was gonna age well? Well, looks like it and already started. I done been saying since I got on this app, don't let women fool you. They care about looks just as much as men. A lot of times they'll put looks aside if there's something else that they can gain in that situation with that man, like a lifestyle or money. But trust and believe, they still care about looks. All of these women who was going around lying and capping for the man versus bear just so that they could be in agreement with other women, just so that they could get brownie points from other women, when the reality of it was a lot of them are desperate, pathetic women who would always pick the man. Right? And now you're getting to see for yourself. You got comment sections full of women talking about they would house this man, feed this man. And then you got the Wade Wilson situation. You got the women lusting over a murderer. But these was the same women who told you that they were scared of the man, right? And then you got people talking about, this ain't the same women. It's absolutely the same women. When I made my video about Wade Wilson, you know what triggered it? Because I was under the comments section and I started clicking on profiles. And you know what I did? I clicked on a profile and I started strolling and I seen my face. I seen my face because this woman made a take about me and then had the audacity to be in the comment section lusting over Wade Wilson. And that's the reason why I made my video. So to sit up and say these ain't the same women is absolutely the same women. Because at the end of the day, y'all like to impress other women on the internet. What you say on the internet and what you doing in real life is two different things. I don't play these games with y'all about believing what you saying in the comment section, what video you posted so that you can get brownie points from other women. I know how y'all living in real life. I see how you living in real life. I see how you put your kids in jeopardy in real life by moving in bums because you attracted to them, getting your kids molested, DV and everything else because you think a man is fine. You so pathetic. You want a man so bad. You will bring anybody up in that house just to say you got one. But you'll get on the internet and make it seem like you're scared of men and you'll pick the better. Wade Wilson was sentenced to the death penalty for unaliving 2 women. And the top search for this man is Wade Wilson fine. And when you go to videos about him, you have women talking about how attractive he is. You have women making videos about how attractive he is. This is a man who brutally unalived 2 women. But these are the same women who picked the bear. And that's exactly why my take was exactly like it was. Because the reality is when y'all find a man to be attractive, you don't see any fear. You're only scared of men you don't find attractive. Shout out to John Cannon because he said it first. Y'all only are scared of men that you don't find attractive. But fine men can get away with anything with y'all. If that man is attractive, he can get you to come to his house without you knowing him. He can come pick you up from your house without you knowing him. He can get away with murder, literally, when y'all find him to be attractive. There's a psychopath here on TikTok who got a comment section full of women shooting a shot at him. Even though he has been clinically diagnosed as being a psychopath, he has even talked about he has thoughts of unaliving people, and women still want him. Women are still in his comment section shooting a shot. You know why? Because women find him to be attractive. And y'all let men who are attractive get away with a lot. And this is why when women go around lying and talking about they don't care about looks, I just laugh. And I laugh even harder at the men who believe that women don't care about looks. My Wade Wilson video, I want to talk about something. My favorite part of the video I made was the women coming into my comment section and saying, not all women. But not all women. I don't think that he's attractive. I don't think that he's attractive. Well, no, duh. Did I say all women? I didn't say all women. You know why? Because I know not all women. You know why I know not all women? Because I'm not part of it. So if I'm not part of it, I know that there's women like me who also is not part of it. So I know it's not all women. But somehow, you dumb sticks, when it was time for the bear versus man conversation, you didn't understand the concept of not all men because you tried to make it seem like every single man who gets trapped in them woods was going to be Ted Bundy, right? That's what you did. But all of a sudden, it's not all women when we talking about women being attracted to serial killers, but you didn't understand that every man ain't Ted Bundy either. But you made it seem like it was. For the sake of that conversation and the sake of trying to impress other women for that conversation, you made it seem like every man you have ran into in your life has been Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason. You act like that's who you run into every day at the grocery store. But it was not all women when I called out women who weirdos that's attracted to serial killers. I did it on purpose. I always do it on purpose because I want y'all to see how big of hypocrites you are. I want to see how much you contradict yourself on a constant basis. Half of my content is to show y'all how big of hypocrites most of y'all are. You can't even see yourself, and it's pathetic.
Please like and subscribe. For real, subscribe.